Hey guys, welcome to this video where I'm going to take you behind the scenes of how we use active custom fields for our product reviews on Authority Hacker. We use custom fields for a lot of other post types, but I'm going to show you this one example here. And I've taken the Elementor review because, well, we're going to be using Elementor for this thing, so I thought it would be making sense to take the review. So active custom fields allow us to create templates like the one you see on this page, where we have a header that's pulling different elements, such as the button, such as the price, such as this short description, such as the subtitle, such as the star ratings that we have here as well. And basically the post content starts around here, around the pros and cons. And I think I might be able to do the pros and cons with the active custom field pro as well. In dynamic. But what it allows us to do is also to store all these values, like the price, for example, and reuse it somewhere else on the website. So I could be pulling the price that I've pulled here in maybe a best page builder for WordPress review. And whenever I change the value of the price on my single review, then it changes everywhere on the website. So custom fields are quite powerful. So I'm going to walk you through how we're doing this and how you can use this to create really powerful page layouts that are consistent throughout your website. Now, if we go to the edit page for the Elementor review, you see that I am here on there, and the content area has been built on Elementor itself, but you can see that I have a bunch of fields below. You see I have the price, 49 USD. I have monthly price. Whoops, I've changed it. I should put 49. I have the monthly price in case it is a monthly price for a tool, and we are actually going to pull either one of these depending on which one has a value. Elementor is smart enough to, not pull the one that doesn't have a value. So I've been playing a little bit with the template with that. I'll show you that. You have the subtitle. So like in this case, I've put like, is this the best page builder for WordPress? Let's put capital to WordPress. In current year, that's one of the shortcodes we use on Authority Hacker, so that when you check the review, it says, when you check the review, it says 2018, which is interesting. Then you have the review summary, which is the element you see here. Then you have the CTA text, get your copy of Elementor, and this is the button CTA, so it's used here and it's used at the bottom of the review as well, I think. Whoa, this is a long review, I forgot about this. Let's see, here you go. So this CTA text is used here and here. I think it's used also at the top, somewhere under the video. Yep, here. But if the tool had, let's say, a free trial, then I would be able to change that text, but it would put it in the template. Then we have the offer link, so that's my affiliate link in that case. So I'm just able to put my affiliate links here, and they're going to be pulled in the buttons and the call to actions. Then we have the review rating, so you can see the star rating here. Elementor doesn't support it at the time at which I'm recording, which is funny, but I'll show you a workaround. So right now I just put the values, so 4.5 out of 5. And I put whatever short description I have under the star rating, so all these things here. And then at the end, I think we have the video review, so you just put a YouTube URL and it embeds it. So I'm going to show you how you create this. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create all these fields that will match your post. Most people do it with custom post types, but I don't like it because it changes the URLs, so you'd have maybe a /review/ something. I've decided to put my reviews inside the categories where they belong, and instead I have been using tags. So you can see that in that case, for example, I'm triggering this template by adding this review WordPress and site building tag, which triggers the post template and triggers this. So let me just show you the field groups first. So I'm gonna go in field groups in active custom field, which is the plugin that you should be using for this. And I'm gonna go in my review fields. And here you can essentially just create all the fields that you would want to use for this. So in that case, all the ones I've shown you, and then you can just add more fields. And then you can choose if it's a text field, if it's a number, if it's a range, if it's an email, URL, pretty much everything you need. So it's quite a powerful plugin. And you can set all the rules here. I'm not really going to do it, but I'm going to show you one maybe, like the price in USD. I've set up, the field name is price, it is a number. It's not required. And there's no conditional logic or anything. So all these fields are pretty simple. Same with my CTA text, it's just text relay. So all of this is quite simple. And then below these fields, what you can do is you can actually choose where these fields will trigger. So in my case, I have triggered them to tags, so post taxonomy, but you can do pretty much category, format, status, type, etc., post page templates, anything you want. A lot of people prefer post type. I prefer to do that. But I've essentially picked the tags where I want these fields to trigger, which means that if I create a new post, as you can see here, I don't have these fields, But as soon as I add the tag, let's say review affiliate, let's say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to save my draft. And you can see that when I reload, all my fields are loading up, basically. So that's how these are triggered. Now, the trick is, how do you make them display on your review this way? Well, that's when you use Elementor, actually. So I'm actually going to go into my single review templates. This is a post template. And you can see that here it's pulling my post title. So this is dynamic. And here in the subtitle, and then I'm able to pick any of the fields that's attributed to this post, right? So that's quite powerful. So I've done this for this. For the button, is the same. The text is also pulled from the custom field, from the CTA text. The URL is pulled from the URL field. And the star rating, I know a lot of people wonder how you do this, because it should be coming soon in Elementor, but it's not there yet. So the star rating is built with a bit of duct tape, but essentially what I've done is I've added a plugin called shortcode star rating. So you just add this and it adds a shortcode for star rating. And then what I've done, let's just take the template. What I've done is I actually have pulled the score for the star rating, and then in advanced I've actually put some text before, which is just the shortcode for activating star rating. So I put star rating, quote, and then quote, closing bracket, and what it does is it takes that value that I've put in my custom field, effectiveness in that case, and it's just attributing it to a shortcode for star rating. So that's how I've done this essentially, and that works pretty well for me. Same with the video. The video is also pulled by the ACF field that I've put in my post. And that's basically it. But what's really powerful as well is that I can pull all these values from my single review, let's say in a roundup review. So for example, if I wanted to pull the price of Elementor, let's say I'm doing a roundup review and I want to pull the price dynamically. And the reason why you would want to pull it dynamically is because if you write it, then let's say Elementor raises their prices and it's not $49, but like $59. Then as a result, I'm going to have to update all the pages on my site with the price, and it's complicated and it's difficult, etc. What happens when you do custom fields is that each of these values that you're putting in your post, so oops, if I go on this one, this value, for example, the price in USD, is actually a shortcode on its own as well. So I can use this shortcode anywhere I want on the site, not just on this post. So I've pulled this new one, and essentially I've pulled the shortcode for that. So like you can see the field price and the post ID. The post ID, you can actually get it from the URL of the post you're editing. So if I put this shortcode and I save my draft and I open the preview, then you will see that essentially what happens is my price has been pulled from Elementor here. So that's quite powerful, because I can just pull this value anywhere I want on my site and build a whole dynamic site with active custom fields. And when I'm talking about offers over and over again, and I'm mentioning prices, I'm mentioning value, I'm mentioning star ratings, I can just go and change them only on my Elementor review. So let's say if I was putting $59 here, I'm gonna put 51 just for 2 seconds, just to show you. So I'm gonna do this, and then what happens when I update this and then I go and check my preview of my other post, normally the price will update as well. So it says 51 now. I'm going to update my preview of my other post, and you see that now it updates to 51. So it's very easy to update your content when you build it on custom fields, and that's why it's so powerful, and it's such a great innovation for WordPress and for building authority sites. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.